What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going down? What's shaking? Welcome to another episode of Super Black Comic Book Reviews by Jonathan Soul. Now, I have a groovy set of comics that I want to talk to you about. The series is from Christopher Williams, aka C Dub on Twitter, and this is the series Summons. Dun 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 dun. So, Summons by Chris L. Williams. He does the story, pencils, and letters. Jake, I guess Eisenberg is on inks, and Danielle, Alexis. You can see the people. So basically, what's the gist? The gist is it's almost kind of like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer kind of vibration, but there's another protagonist. Her name is Christine Helios, and there's another protagonist named John Farrell, and so they kind of their stories are kind of intertwined, but you won't find out unless you get both books. So you can get both books here, I believe, over at CW Art, I think it's called. And so I got these that he used like that fifth color, kind of like the metallic. I don't know if you guys can see is this the one that's metallic? Oh, maybe not. This might be the other one. Hold on for a second. I go to my handy dandy bookshelf. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the one. This is the one that's all shiny and metallic. Now, I usually try to review books that are good for your kids. This is more for teenagers, I think, because some demons and vampires and werewolves and stuff. But you can see the little metallic vibration. You can see that. So when I tell you guys to buy books, buy them, because these are sold out. I think the last time I checked, I think I might have bought the last two. so when I tell you guys, because you got to remember, the people I'm interviewing, they don't work for gigantic Marvel or DC or Image or none of them, Dark Horse. These are solo acts, mom, pa, a guy, a wife, 2.5 kids. You know what I mean? These are small. And so you might get one good press run, maybe two, and then they're on to something else. So you definitely want to, like, for example, I've been waiting for number 3 for 2 years. Chris, come on, man. I get you back on the program so I can tease you a little bit. But yeah, man. So what is this? So basically, we have this young girl who has magical powers. And the Magus, this guy right here, is going to train her how to use it. And of course, there's scary demons and monsters whose ass she has to kick. And so she kind of goes through it. Now, the character design, I think, is groovy. High school young lady, outcast, we used to call it, what do we call it back in the day? It was the people who dressed in black all the time. They were, you know what I mean? They wore boots with chains. I don't know I think now they call them goth. In the 80s and the 90s, it might have been punk rocker type people. I don't know, but she's a cool girl once you get to know her, I suppose. You know what I mean? But check out the action. And I love Chris Williams' art style. I mean, it really has that groovy kind of. If I say Chris McFarlane, if I say Todd McFarlane, that would be wrong. But to me, it has that kind of late 90s kind of style. I'm not sure. I mean, it's just epic. It's one of the most exciting art styles that in all of my comic book collection. One of the most exciting. So here's the Magus again, kind of hipping her to what's going on, what's really, really going on. And you guys know I never show you the whole book because I want you to go over to here and support, because I want number 3. If one of y'all buy just one more issue, maybe that'll put the pressure on Chris to come out with number 3. Because number 3 is on the website. It's like, release it, Chris. Release the documents. You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. So anyway, let's get into this more or less. So we see the young lady in school. She has very pale skin. You guys know Teen Titans, right? Remember Raven? I think her father was like Trigon, the demon guy. And maybe her mother was a witch or something. Anyway, this young girl has very, very pale skin, and I guess blue hair or something. And it reminds me of this character. I know it had nothing to do with it, but it reminds me of this character right here. This is one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite stories too. I found that out. There's this movie out called Infinity Immortal Ad Infinitum or something. French sci-fi movie, but pale skin, blue hair. Reminds me of that. My mind is drifting. Let me focus. Young ladies in high school, they talking shit about her, as little girls do. She yells at him. The teacher sends it to the principal. So this kind of gives us a sense that she's an outsider. You know, she has some challenges or whatever. And so, you know, there are other things going on. I'll just skip. And there are demons plotting, as demons do. You know what I mean? They probably redistricting her. They try to redistrict in her area or something, or cutting the school budget or something like that. I don't know what they're doing, but these demons is plotting. And woo. Now look at this artwork, yo. Look at this artwork, yo. Look at this artwork. This is some scary shit. So that's why I say I wouldn't give this to the to kids, you know what I mean, to the babies, the teenage, like middle school, definitely. Because some of the kids is watching Saw. And shame on you if you're watching Saw. But you know, some of these kids are really, so they can take this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? They can take this kind of stuff. I'm not gonna show you what happens next, but there's somebody peeping in the window. Okay. Now, that's issue number 1. Issue number 2 kind of focuses on John Farrell. John Farrell is a police detective, and there's been some killings, some strange murders going on where people are being ripped apart. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, goodness, who are this? Wild dogs? What's going on? And so he has to kind of investigate. And so I ain't gonna show you that part because it's mad gruesome, but I'll just tell you that there's some scary shit going on. He meets some mysterious figure in the woods who's trying to hip him to something, and John, you know, just kind of dismisses him or whatever. And then there's a guy hiding. Why is there always somebody hiding in the bushes who knows what the real deal is, especially using the flip phone? And so I'm gonna skip. But the little girl appears, and this one too, because their stories kind of cross over. And I'm gonna skip a little bit. And then we see John Farrell here. He's late for work. He's at the job, and his pregnant wife is yelling at him, as pregnant wives often do. And they teasing him. So we get a sense that he's a family man and so forth. And then he's being given this assignment to where he has to figure out who's killing, you know, who's doing all these crazy killings and stuff. So I don't want to tell you everything that's going on, but I'll just say that there's some scary shit that's happening, and it needs to be sorted out. So this is something definitely you want to have in your collection. This is a terrific book, I think, for like middle school on up. And that's just my personal opinion. And because, you know, primarily the scary stuff. There's no real nudity or anything, or no sexual stuff like that. And I don't think there's any profanity. Although Helios calls these people, it's not makeup, you unbelievable sluts. So you might find that language offensive. But otherwise, I mean, you know, middle school on up to adults, I think is great. And support the brother. He's out of Pennsylvania, if I memory serves. And I had him on my show a couple years back. So I'm waiting for that number 3, Chris. 3, man. And if you guys go to Chris's website and purchase these books, maybe that'll put the pressure on him. Now, also, you can go there if you need any kind of artwork, like commissioned artwork. He does commissions, and you can tell his style is absolutely epic. He does the pencils. He does the pencils and inks, and so you can do that. You can take advantage of those services. John Visol, johnvisol.com, where you can hear Chris and other fantastic creators in this wonderful medium we call comics. All right, love you guys. Hope your dreams come true. Peace.